Oh, dude, little cousins are the worst, man. When I was like 8 years old, bro, I had little cousins that were like about to be toddlers. They were like 2 years old. This kid was a pain in my goddamn ass. I hope he's watching this because he's not 2 years old anymore and he can now interpret English. It's just like annoying, man. They're able to like grab their toy cars and just chuck them at your head. And then it's like, oh yeah, I can't put you in a coffin. Give me a few more years. Wait till you're 18. It's not happened yet, guys. Just give me a few more years. He's not 18 yet. that's a little while. This little bitch, he's straight up, I was sitting on the couch minding my own beeswax. I don't even say beeswax. That's how much of my beeswax I was minding. And this little Neanderthal, whatever you want to call him, he's laying on the bed and he's already been annoying me for the past 20 minutes. He starts rolling. He starts rolling like a dumbass on the couch. And like, you know, this is about like the height of the couch. It's like, there's not too much height. There's not too much of a drop. But for a 2-year-old, it's like the Grand Canyon, you know? So he fell and he freaking started crying like a bitch, like a loser. And his dad came. And I wasn't related to this guy. I'm still not, believe it or not. You know, he's a husband to my auntie. And he starts like yelling. He's like, what was that? What's going on? And then, dude, he like, I think he was in the room when it happened because he like picked up the kid. And he's like, I think I heard his head crack. He told me he thought he heard his head crack. This guy's still alive. How many years later was that? Like 12 years later. Probably 13 years later. This kid's still alive. He thought that I did it. He thought that I pushed him off. My intrusive thoughts didn't win that day. Okay, obviously, he did it himself. And the guy was like, why'd you do that? And bro, I started crying. He was yelling so loud. And it's a different feeling when you're a child and you've never heard an adult yell full volume. And they reach levels of volume that you didn't even know was possible. And you're like, oh my God. And then that's like the scariest feeling ever. If I underestimated his voice levels, then I've surely probably underestimated his physicality and he could probably slice me open in approximately -2 seconds. I started crying. I was like, I swear I didn't do it. He did it himself. He rolled off. And then he immediately calmed down. It was like the Hulk. You know when the Hulk just like gets really mad and then he turns into the Hulk and then he stops and then he's just a man. That's like what this dude was, except he didn't turn green.
I hear you're a journalist.
Yes, I am.
That's crazy.
Why?
I was on the news network in elementary school. It was
Really?
like I was one of the reporters, and I was like really good, honestly. Like I was a prodigy. But then like, you know, I got into like the habits of like drugs and alcohol. And then
You said elementary school?
yeah, and then like
What?
it was like it was a whole thing. I had to go to rehab. I made it out. I made it out of rehab. I was like I was a year clean, and then like 8th grade I relapsed. But I mean, after that, like I learned my lesson, you know?
Uh-huh.
And you know, I can happily say that I'm 31 seconds clean. I feel like I've been reborn again. I feel like I'm going to hit my menopause pretty soon.
Did you know I was a cheerleader?
Oh my God. For the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dog.
I still have my pom-poms.
I have your highlights in my saved to watch later playlist.
Okay, I guess we're staring into each other's souls.
Shut the fuck up, Paris. Ain't nobody talking to you, freak. We're having a moment right here, me and Nasir.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody cares who is inside of you, Paris.
If you were a Ninja Turtle, you'd probably be Donatello, the ugly one.
If you were Aladdin, you'd be fucking Aladdin.
I'd
You'd
be what?
Aladdin. You'd be Aladdin.
If I was Aladdin, I'd be Aladdin.
Yes, sir. I thought you were gonna give me a challenge, bro.
I'm doing my best Raiders imitation right now. I'm so good at it because I'm getting just destroyed. I'm like literally the most accurate Raiders representation of all time.
What can I say? You come off as a jackass.
I come off as the Raiders team. This is facts. My favorite thing about like being the worst team in the NFL, it's just like it's a win-win because like winning sucks. So the fact that I don't do it makes me feel so good.
You're bipolar and you have a lot of ego. I don't care about the football team, bro. I'm worried about you. Just be smart. Don't fart.
I care about the Raiders being ass.
We're not talking about the Raiders.
Because if the Raiders weren't ass, they wouldn't be my favorite team. But since they're so ass, and that's just like, you know, just the best.
In a scale 1 through 10, how many ass sniffs that you sniff? That's a scale 1 through 10.
Well, it depends. You know, how many days has it been since I've played with the Raiders?
We stopped talking about football a long time ago.
A long time ago. Just like the last time the Raiders won a game.
I know where your family members live. And it doesn't matter whether I do or don't. I will find out where they live. I'm resilient. Remember that.
I gotta let you guys know, like, we recently sold our house, so I gotta freaking move. So I want to freaking tell you guys. I want to tell you how much this shit's been driving me crazy. This house being on the market shit. That shit sucks. It sucks. Especially somebody who's moved like 3 times in the past 3 years or 4 years. I don't know. I moved a lot. Bro, it's pissing me off. It's really pissing me off. Because today, this old couple showed up and they said, we heard something about open house. I said, I didn't hear anything about that. And they were like, I saw it online. I'm pretty sure. And I was like, no, I did not hear anything about that. But if you want to look at the house, you can. And that's what I just did. Even though we already freaking accepted an offer. But I'm just like, I didn't want to like, I knew she was going to like call me an asshole if I said no, you know? So that's why, and I know it doesn't matter, but at the same time, I just don't care to like be on people's bad sides like that. So I was just like, yeah, you can look at the house if you want. I let this random old couple in my house and they were just looking around. And you know what's crazy? You want to know something that's so beautiful? Is the fact that like, after they already looked at the entire house. She's looking at her list of addresses she wrote down. And she wrote down the list of them. And she goes, oh, I think I got the wrong one. You think? You think, bro? Is that what you think, or is that what you know? Because I don't know what you know. You clearly don't know what you know. But it's crazy, man. And dude, I just got off of work, and I'm like, but dude, what are the chances of this, man? What are the chances of that?
Subscribe!